Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Hannahcast Live, and I can see you in the chat, Christian Knight, and as you can see, I've optimized the chat to where it's a little bit less invasive of space. Like, don't worry, this little thing, like the two little gray bars right here will go away pretty soon. Oh shit, hold on. Oops, I could hear myself. Wait, Alright, cool. Awesome sauce. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna be talking about, potential best visual effects contenders at, for next year's Oscars, because you know me, I love me some visual effects. And so, yeah, this year, I don't think looks as strong for visual effects as maybe last year did. Like last year, you know, last year's nominees were Dune, Free Guy, No Time to Die, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, and Spider-Man: No Way Home, and all those are great nominees. And there were some other movies that didn't get nominated, that were also very strong contenders, like Black Widow, Eternals, Godzilla vs. Kong, there was also movies that didn't even get into the short list last year, that had great visual effects, like The Suicide Squad and Finch, Jungle Cruise. Oh shit, I forgot a movie that did make the short list that I really thought was going to get a nomination, but sadly didn't, was Ghostbusters Afterlife. I was for sure that was going to get a nomination. But it didn't, but still, it was, let's face it, it was way better than the visual effects nominees for 2020. I mean, 2020's visual effects, actually, let's check it out. Let's check out, let's do a little bit of digging here. Hold on, let me just pull up a tab. Let me just pull up a tab. Where is it? Oscars. Oscars Best Visual Effects. Because 2020's year, 2020 was easily the worst year we have ever had for Best Visual Effects. Wait, where do I find it? Oh, hold on. We're not showing this yet. Display capture. Oh shit, nope, that's not it. Window capture. There we go. Yeah, 2020 was a and yeah, Christian Knight, 2021 was a super strong year. But these were the nominees for Best Visual Effects for the movies of 2020. And I agree with 3 of them, I guess. Love and Monsters, The Midnight Sky, and The One and Only Ivan. But Mulan, I don't think that deserved a visual effects nomination. And as much as I love Tenet, there were barely any visual effects in the film. There were less, a lot of it was done for real, and not even, in a sense of, practical effects. It was just, they, crashing, a jet engine into an airport is undeniably impressive. But at that point, that's not really a visual effect. You're just crashing a plane into a building. And so 2020 was just that was an asterisk year for visual effects. There was no, because I guarantee you, there's no way Tenet would have ever gotten a nomination if the year was actually strong. And luckily, with something like, hold on, let me just put the camera back on me for a second. But luckily, when we had 2021. The visual effects nominees were way stronger. And like I said, I've even come around to No Time to Die. I still probably wouldn't give it a nomination, but like when I found out what Industrial Light and Magic and what Framestore did in the film, it became a lot more impressive. Like there's like, cause like what I was going by was what the company DNEG did with the visual effects, and it was, for the most, like, there was some cool stuff, but it was for the most part pretty simple stuff. But then there's stuff like, you know, the car and helicopter chase in the forest and in the film, where apparently a lot of it had to be replaced with CGI in order to fit with the continuity of the other scenes that were shot. Like, and like the ground had to be replaced many times. Hell, in the opening action sequences, yeah, Abhishek Jose, Tenet was more editing than VFX. Yes, it was a lot more of like editing, direction. It's not that it was bad. Again, out of these movies, Love and Monsters, Midnight Sky, Mulan, The One and Only Ivan, and Tenet, as a movie, I think Tenet is the best movie out of those nominees. But the thing is that, like, I'm not judging which is the best movie with visual effects. I'm judging what were the best visual effects. And I honestly think The Midnight Sky should have won in 2020. It should have won. Because look, and hell, out of all the movies in the list, The Midnight Sky is the worst film on the list. It's extremely boring. I shit you not. I almost fell asleep watching The Midnight Sky. But the visual effects were really good, and like, at least, especially, you know, out of 2020. So, yeah, but regardless, 2021 was a much stronger year. My pick was, of course, Dune. It did win, although, let's be fair here, it was a Best Picture contender. It was gonna win anyway. And that's a whole other ball game they'll probably get to here in a bit. Wow! 4 concurrent viewers. That's awesome. So, yeah. Now, what are we doing here? We're going to be talking about what I feel like will be potential contenders for the best visual effects category in next year's Oscars. Like I said, I don't think it's as strong as 2021 was. That was a very strong year. But we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna, like, yeah, let's go to the graphic cam again. Alright, let's take away window capture and put back in the image slideshow. Alright. I'm not gonna be going over all of these. I mean, but like, Christian, I have predictions for this category. I mean, shoot, fire them away. I want to see them. We're going to talk about quite a few of these. Not necessarily all of them, but we're going to talk about a few of them and what I think their chances are. So we're going to start off with The Atom Project. I think The Atom Project has better chances than you may think. Because here's the thing about okay, now I think first, what I think I should, how are the nominees for Best Visual Effects chosen, and how are the winners chosen? You may have seen my videos on this, but I need to go over it again in case there are any new viewers, especially for new people who watch this stream, like when it's not live and it's just on the channel as a video. The nominees are chosen, like, when it comes to the Academy Awards, the nominees are chosen by the individual branches of the Academy. There's like tons of branches of the Academy. And what I mean by, you know, like, there's a directing branch, there's an acting branch, there's a visual effects branch. There's, you know, like, there's branches for almost everything. And so, each individual branch chooses the nominees for their individual categories. The directors nominate who gets nominated for Best Director. The acting branch nominates who gets nominated for Best Lead Actor, Best Lead Actress, Best Supporting Actor, Best Supporting Actress. The writing branch nominates the screenplay categories, adapted and original, and a bunch of others, and the visual effects branch choose the nominees for best visual effects, which I think is perfect. And I should also say that when it comes to best picture, everyone nominates who gets nominated for best picture, because, I mean, at that point, you know, you're just judging the film itself on its own merits. But the nomination process, I think, is generally perfect. Because, again, who's going to know more about visual effects than actual visual effects people? I mean, like, I've seen people, say, well, I mean, I can tell what's good visual effects. It's like, okay, but you don't, but you're still not a professional visual effects artist, so, like, and look, I'm not, and even I'm saying that, you know, I'm not a visual effects artist, so I'm talking out of my ass here. I'm talking out of my ass when I'm giving my thoughts on who should or shouldn't get nominated. So keep that in mind. I'm not claiming anything when it comes to who gets in for who should get in there for best visual effects. So those are just my thoughts. But the problem comes when they're choosing the winners, because when you have your nominees and the Academy votes for the winners, the entire voting base votes for the winners, meaning random actor number 6 can vote for the winner of best visual effects, random sound engineer can vote for best screenplay or something like that. I don't know, but it's like, that's the problem I have. Like, you have, like, when they're choosing the winners, you're getting people who generally don't know anything about visual effects voting for who wins best visual effects, especially considering the acting branch has probably more than twice the amount of members than the visual effects branch. So I would say, if you want really accurate visual effects awards, go to the Visual Effects Society Awards. It's still not perfect, because I do really like the shortlist system that the Academy has. And in case you're wondering what the shortlist system is, the shortlist system is the branch, like, what was it? What's the one I'm looking for? Basically, the way the shortlist system works is that the visual effects, like the heads of the visual effects branch, they choose 10 at least nowadays they choose 10 films that will proceed to become potential contenders for visual effects. And what do I mean by that? Well, hold on, let me just I should have probably gotten this a lot sooner, but here we are. Let me just upload it to my drive, my Google Drive, and all right. Let me bring it over here. So we can include it in this list. Because I want to show you guys what the shortlist was for this year's visual effects. Boop boop. Alright. Let me just go to studio mode. And there it is. Add an image, add file. There we go. Yep, got it. Graphic cam. All right. So, this was the shortlist for... Oh yeah, and Christian Knight says, the Adam Project was on my radar earlier this year because of Free Guy, but the category seems crowded, so I'm not sure if it will get in. Oh, when we get to those films. Okay. Okay. But yeah, the way the shortlist system works, for example, this was this year's Oscars visual effects shortlist. You had Black Widow, Dune, Eternals, Free Guy, Ghostbusters Afterlife, Godzilla vs. Kong, The Matrix Resurrections, No Time to Die, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, and Spider-Man No Way Home. They choose 10 films to be on the shortlist. Again, that's how it currently works. There's been a varying number of films across the years. But we're taking this year, for example. They chose 10 finalists for who could be visual effects contenders, and what the visual effects branch does is that they have the studios that did these movies, like Disney with Black Widow, Free Guy, Shang-Chi, Spider-Man, Warner Brothers with Dune and Godzilla and Matrix, yada yada yada. They bring the studios in to, like, they have the studios create visual effects reels, like showing, you know, clips from the movies and breakdowns of how they did the effects, and they screen them for the visual effects branch. I think it's also open to the public and the press. So they screen these visual effects reels for the 10 films, and then the visual effects branch chooses what they feel like should be the 5 nominees for best visual effects. And I think that's great. That's perfect. Especially since they actually get to see, you know, what they're nominating for. And so that's great. I just feel like, you know, I just feel like I feel like what's the word I'm looking for? The way they choose the winners should be, you know, again, the visual effects branch should be choosing the winners because they're the ones who know visual effects more than anyone. And like I said in the previous video, you would have gotten different results. Like 2020, I fully believe The Midnight Sky would have beaten Tenet. The Lion King would have beaten 1917. Avengers: Infinity War would have beaten First Man. Like all 3 Planet of the Apes movies would have beaten Blade Runner 2049, Hugo, and Interstellar. But yeah, let's talk about this year's visual effects contenders. Let's talk about the Adam Project. The Adam Project, like you said, Christian, you said that it was on your radar earlier this year because of Free Guy, but the category seems crowded, so I'm not sure it will get in. I think it will get in the shortlist. Nomination maybe, but we'll have to see about that. I think Free Guy definitely got its nomination because of the dude character, like the big Ryan Reynolds guy. Because I hadn't seen anything like that before. I mean, like, I've seen, you know, people, like, I've seen, like, people's faces being put onto another person's face before, but I don't think I've seen it done that well. Like, especially when you look up how they did it. And plus, I don't know if you know this, but Sean Levy, like, I don't know what it is, but for some reason, his movies, bode very well in the shortlist process because, you know, with the visual effects branch, like Free Guy got a nomination, Real Steel got a nomination. He produced Arrival, which didn't get a nomination, but it did end up in the shortlist. I will say I would also not nominate Arrival either. It was pretty simple effects for the most part, but still, it got in the shortlist. Night at the Museum, what was it called? Night at the Museum, Secret of the Tomb. The third one got on the list in 2014. The first Night at the Museum got on the short list in 2006. I should have just said 2006. So it's like, I don't know what it is, but Sean Levy's movies, you know, seem to bode well with the visual effects branch. So I think it could get shortlisted. Is there a chance it could get a nomination? Maybe. It depends on the competition. But they do seem to really like his movies, so there is that. Next on the list... Nope. Alright. Avatar: The Way of Water. It's gonna get... Like, I will actually bet $1,000 that it gets nominated. Like, seriously. Who are we kidding? It's Avatar! For some reason, people actually... Like, some people on the internet actually think Avatar 2 isn't getting a visual effects nomination. I think there's a good chance it wins, depending on another film that I fear could steal the light, the spotlight. But come on, who are we kidding? Avatar, The Way of Water, it's a slam dunk. At least at bare minimum for a nomination. I think, and hell, I'm already calling it that it should win. I haven't seen the movie yet, but come on, let's face it, it's fucking Avatar. So it's like, who are we kidding? It's gonna get in there. So yeah, I think you would actually, yeah, it's on your number one, your prediction list. Absolutely. You would have to be an actual simpleton to not think it's gonna, at minimum, get a nomination. You'd have to actually be stupid to not think that. And some people actually do think it's not getting nominated, which is fucking hilarious. Because, like, the thing I hear from people is that, oh, it looks the same. It's like, it's the same aesthetic of Avatar, yes, but if you seriously can't tell the difference between the quality of CGI in the first Avatar and the quality of the CGI in the trailers for Avatar: The Way of Water, and like how like the lighting looks a lot better, the rendering looks a lot better, everything just looks better and more realistic, I don't know what to say to you. Like it's ridiculous. So, yeah, it's going to get a nomination. I'm thinking it should win. But like I said, there is a potential wrench that could be thrown in that equation. And we're not going to see it for a while now. Next film we're going to be talking about is The Batman. I think The Batman may have better chances than we think. Because... how do I describe it? While I don't think DCEU movies do well at the shortlist process, like, I think the only DCEU movie to get onto the visual effects shortlist was Birds of Prey in 2020, and yet somehow Wonder Woman 1984 didn't. I don't know how the fuck that happened, but it almost kind of felt like a joke that Birds of Prey got on there, because it's like, how did, like... We'll get into the DCEU stuff. We'll get into the DCEU stuff. This is just and in case anyone's wondering, there's a difference between the DCEU and just DC movies like Joker and Batman. I think Batman may get a nomination in the same way that No Time to Die did, where it's like you're not thinking that there's a lot of visual effects going on, but there is. Like, for example, if you know, there's a scene where a room starts flooding, and it's like there's a big stage and all that. Apparently, that was all done with CGI, if I'm not mistaken. It was all CGI. Like, anything like with like the flooding water and other scenes, like a lot of it was done with CGI. They also use like the volume tech from The Mandalorian to do scenes in the Batman, although I'm not sure if that's enough to get in a nomination. But there's just a lot of things that you would not expect to be CGI in the Batman that they did do with CGI. So it could pull it. I think it could pull it off. Like I said, this in the same way that No Time to Die got a nomination. So there's that. Next on the list, I think is not impossible, is Beast, the new Idris Elba movie where he fights a lion. I haven't seen it yet. I have not seen it yet. But everything from what I'm hearing, it's like people are saying it reminds you of The Revenant. And The Revenant got a visual effects nomination. And because apparently like the movie has like a lot of long shots where that include like where the lion will sometimes be in the background, but then it'll move away and the camera keeps moving. Basically, they do a lot of dynamic stuff with the lion, and I've seen clips of Beast. From the clips I've seen from Beast, the lion looks incredible. And this is one of those cases where I want to know how much of this was CGI, because it could get in there. You said Beast is not totally impossible, but I don't think it's likely. I'm not saying it's likely to get a nomination. Maybe not. I don't know. Again, I need to see the movie. But, however, I do believe it could. There is a chance, considering that whole Revenant, the whole Revenant comparisons. We'll have to see about that. The next one on this list is one that it's Black Adam. Now, I'm just going to say this. Even if Black Adam deserves a nomination, it's not going to get a nomination. Even if it deserves it. Because remember what I was talking about DCEU movies not getting nominated for visual effects categories and not even making it on the shortlist? Black Adam's one of them. Like, Black Adam is part of the DCEU. Because here's the thing. If Man of Steel, Wonder Woman 1984, and the Suicide Squad, if they couldn't make it to the shortlist, why am I to think that Black Adam will? I don't think it will. I think Black Adam, like I said, even if it deserves it, it won't get in there. Because I don't know what it is about the, something about the visual effects branch. They just seem to not like the DCEU movies. They just don't seem to like the DCEU movies. And so, yeah, again, we'll have to see, we'll have to see, but I'm not counting on it. Again, like I said, Black Adam seems to look like it has great visual effects in it. But it's just the past history. Like I said, if Wonder Woman 1984, a movie that came out in 2020, the worst year for visual effects, if even Wonder Woman 84 couldn't get in the shortlist, then why am I to think Black Adam will? I just don't think it will. Even if it deserves it. But yeah, I'm not counting on Black Adam. Black Panther Wakanda Forever. I think there could be a chance of redemption for Black Panther. Because, obviously, if you've seen the first film, the third act of that film has some of the worst CGI has the worst CGI I've ever seen in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Like, it's actually kind of, like, the whole fight involving the train, it was horrible. Like, everyone made fun of that. Which is weird considering the Critics' Choice Awards and the BAFTAs chose it for the winner of Best Visual Effects, which kind of just shows that, while I do trust the critics when it comes to, like, their general opinions over a movie, I do trust them on that front, but if you were to ask me if I trust them, in terms of, the best visual effects category, I would say no, because it was that was a bad win. That was a bad win. But the reason why I think Black Panther Wakanda Forever could get in there is because the first Black Panther, Christian Knight says Black Panther Wakanda Forever is on my list and it's number 2. It's not my number 2. We're going to get to my number 2 here in a bit, and I'm shocked more people aren't talking about the specific film, but we'll get to that when we get to that. People might doubt it because the first one didn't get in, but they nominate Marvel movies every single year, and I think the visual effects won't be that bad. I wouldn't say every year. In 2015, Avengers Age of Ultron and Ant-Man didn't get nominated. They were, and it's not because they had bad visual effects, it's because 2015, I would argue, is the best year we've ever had for visual effects. And the fact that those movies didn't get nominated, I would say is a testament to how good that year was for visual effects. And then there was also 2011, where Captain America the First Avenger and Thor didn't get nominated. Although I would have probably nominated Captain America the First Avenger because of the shrinking Steve Rogers kind of body thing, but Marvel, remember how I said, like, the DCEU doesn't seem to have a good relationship with the visual effects branch, Marvel certainly does. Marvel does really well. Hell, we literally got 2 nominees for, like 2 Marvel movies nominated for Best Visual Effects last year, or this year, with Shang-Chi and Spider-Man. But yeah, like I do, but the thing is, I feel like the first Black Panther fucked up so badly with the effects that with this one, they can't screw anything up this time. They have to make sure that everything looks great here. Like, because like I said, everyone made fun of how bad the visual effects were, despite the fact that the Critics' Choice Awards, oh no, where is it? Oh no, my subscribe button. There, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Oh yeah, both Guardians and Winter Soldier were nominated too. Exactly. They also got 2 nominations in there. So, it's not impossible. Like, I think Black Panther Wakanda Forever could get in there, if not for the fact that the first one fucked up so badly, and this could be a chance of redemption. So yeah. The next film on the list, this is my number 2, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. This is another one where I will bet $1,000 that this, like, I think the only 2 locks I will guarantee you get nominations are Avatar 2 and Doctor Strange 2. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is insane with its effects. Like, it's so crazy. Because, Christian Knight says, I definitely think that Black Panther did not deserve to get in, but Solo got nominated, and I personally think that didn't have bad VFX, but it was kind of a lazy nomination in my opinion. I disagree. I disagree. I honestly disagree wholeheartedly. Solo, a Star Wars story, I mean, if there's one thing I can say about the Disney Star Wars movies, they have amazing visual effects. Especially when you find out how they did, like, the mountain explosion. Because the funny thing is, that was actually, like, for the most part, the mountain explosion in the film, where it creates that big bubble, that was not CGI. Like, the mountain was CGI, but, the actual explosion was like this, was like a bunch of underwater explosions that they filmed in camera, and composited that into the shot. Which I think may have gotten it its nomination, because that, like, I guarantee you not many people realized that was a practical effect. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is your number 3. Like I said, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is my number 2. Like, because here's the one thing you gotta know about Doctor Strange. Every time Doctor Strange is in is a major player in an MCU movie, the movie gets nominated for Best Visual Effects. We have Doctor Strange, Avengers Infinity War, Avengers Endgame, and Spider-Man No Way Home. I still think that whole fight with him and Spider-Man in the quantum, well, no, not quantum realm, in the mirror dimension, I think that's what earned Spider-Man No Way Home its nomination. Like, that alone. Now, yes, he was in Thor Ragnarok, but like I said, he wasn't a major player in that one. But Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, it was insanity. Yeah, super visual effects heavy, and they will love it. Yeah, I think that, like I said, it's Doctor Strange. They do so many crazy things with the effects in that film. And fun fact, I might put a little spoiler alert. Wait. Oh, wait, hold on. I need to, oh, yep, need to grab my spoiler alert thing. Because I'm not sure if you will, oh, hold on. Have you seen Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness? I need to know, in case spoilers. I mean, I'll probably, you know, even if you haven't, like, I'll probably put this, spoiler alert kind of thing here. Wait, what the fuck? Aw, man. Actually, if I'm, okay, yeah. Alright, so, in case anyone is watching this, and, you know, you haven't seen Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, the spoiler alert. Once this spoiler warning goes away, you can click on, like you can unmute this. But yeah. Fun fact about Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Again, don't say it in the chat, but you'll hear what I'm hearing. But, like, don't say who it is in the chat. But, Black Bolt and Mr. Fantastic's costumes in the movie were totally CG. Like, Reed Richards and Black Bolt's costumes, they were all CGI. Again, don't say their names in the chat, but but they're apparently, like, they ran out of time to design, like, to make physical costumes for John Krasinski and the guy who plays Black Bolt. So they just had to make the entire costumes using CGI. Which I'm just like, whoa, okay. Like, I never noticed that. So, yeah. That kind of stuff, I feel like, will give Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness a nomination for visual effects. So, yeah. I think it, like I said, I think it is a lock. So, yeah. Moving on to the next film. Everything Everywhere All at Once. I'm just going to say it. I don't think it's getting nominated. It may get on the short list, but I feel like people really overestimate these kind of A24 projects, because literally the only A24 movie to get nominated for Best Visual Effects was Ex Machina, which, that was incredible. Whereas with Everything Everywhere All at Once, it's cool, but, I think there's a reason why 5 or 6 visual effects artists worked on the movie, because it's not a visual effects heavy film. I remember when everyone was saying, oh yeah, because everyone was saying The Green Knight's getting nominated for Best Visual Effects, and once I saw the film, I was like, hell no, it's not. The Green Knight is so not getting nominated. The effects in the movie weren't even good. People were only saying it should get nominated because, oh, it's, it's a cool movie. I mean, it's that artistic kind of film. And I'm just it's not getting in there. And I'm telling everyone, I don't believe it. I think there's a chance it could get in the shortlist purely because it's a best picture contender. I think there's a chance it gets in the shortlist because it's a best picture contender, but I think that's about it. I don't think it's at all getting a nomination for visual effects. So, yeah. The next film on this list is one you probably never heard of, called Fall. Fall, I think, has a chance. And the reason why I say it has a chance is because now if you're wondering what exactly is Fall, that Fall is basically this movie where a couple girls get stuck up in a tower. Christian Knight says, I think I have it because it's a Best Picture contender, but I'll never be convinced that it's a lock. Yeah, I think it'll only get in the short list because it's a Best Picture contender. But anyways, Fall. Moving on to Fall. The reason why I say Fall could get in is because, could have a chance, is that, well, for one, I mean, at least from what the trailers, make it look like, the effects look flawless. It looks disturbing. And plus, there's a weird visual effects trivia thing that I learned about the film. Originally, it was going to be rated R. And so the characters were saying fuck, and a bunch of curse words. So, apparently, they had to... But when they realized, this is probably going to have to be a PG-13 film, they used CGI to make their mouths say things like freaking and stuff like basically manipulating the mouth with CGI to censor out curse words with other words, which sounds crazy. It sounds crazy. But I think there's a bigger chance than people. I think it's more interesting than people may think, because there's this movie called The Champion. I'm looking it up here. The Champion VFX artists react. Oh god, I can't find it. Oh wait, oh, it's gonna be hard. Wait, maybe this is it. Yep, there it is. Okay, hold on, let me just, I'm gonna be pulling up. Okay, this is gonna be a little bit of a clip from VFX Artists React. Oh, wait, alright. Oh, oops, wrong one. Image slideshow, gone. Window capture, here. We're gonna keep this a little bit down, but because this sounds a lot similar to what they're doing with Fall. Hold on, let me take out the, let me take this out. Yeah. And this... Yeah. Now, the reason why I talk about the Champion is because from the looks of things, Fall is kind of doing a similar thing. Where, I don't know, did you see that, Christian Knight? You know, how the Champion actually managed to, like redo the lip movements and all that with CGI to make it to make it look like they're speaking in English, because it's flawless. It's insane how they did that. And so with Fall doing this sort of similar thing, except this time they're censoring out curse words. We'll have to see. I'll have to see, you know, whenever I see the film, how much it's done. But if it's as flawless as something like the Champion, then, you know, we could see it in there. In there? You in there, Christian Knight? How much it's done. But if it's as flawless as something like But yeah, I do feel like Fall could maybe get in there. I think Fall could maybe get in there. Oh shit, I forgot. I need to have the background music, sorry. Fall could get in there if the effects are as impressive as I'm thinking they are. Or at least it could be a major contender. We'll have to see. The next film on this list, Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore. Now look, this movie sucks. It sucks. I think it's good. I think it's easily a lock for the shortlist. But however, I'm not sure if it's going to get nominated or not, because while the effects are impressive, I would argue Fantastic Beasts 1 and 2 had more impressive visual effects, and not only that, they didn't get nominated. Hell, I don't even think Crimes of Grindelwald even made it to the shortlist. So, yeah, wait. Well, let me just... Like I said, I think there is a chance... like I said, I think there's like I said, the chances of a nomination I'd say are 50-50. But I feel like it is going to get in the shortlist, considering this is kind of a weak year. I think there's a good chance it's I think there's a good chance it could get in there. We'll have to see. The next film on this list, Jurassic World Dominion. Maybe it gets in there. I don't think Jurassic World Dominion is going to get in there because, again, no Jurassic Park movie has gotten a nomination for visual effects since The Lost World. And I think it's going to get in the shortlist easily. I mean, the previous two movies did. I think it's easily a lock for the shortlist. But Jurassic World Dominion, I think they are all, like, the visual effects branch, at least from what I was hearing about the shortlist presentation for Fallen Kingdom, they said, I mean, it's good, but, I mean, we've kind of seen dinosaurs before. So, I don't think it's going to get in there, but again, we'll have to see how it performs during award season. Like I said, it's definitely a shortlist lock. It's definitely a shortlist lock. But, I don't know. I think one thing, like, because I think one thing that could hurt the movie, and yet also be in its favor, are the animatronic effects. It could be in its favor because the older members of the visual effects branch are going to be like, yay, practical effects. But I think newer members are going to be more like, these are not good animatronics. Like, these, like, I'm telling, the animatronics in Fallen Kingdom get really bad. Like, there's this one Ceratopsian kind of dinosaur, and it literally looks like a Walmart toy. It moves like a Walmart toy, and it's embarrassing. So, that could, like, ironically enough, the animatronics could actually hurt the movie even more because of how bad they get. Although, there is something kind of interesting where the Giganotosaurus was a hybrid of... It was a hybrid of an animatronic and CGI. Dominion... Oh. VFX. Where is it? There's... Befores and afters. Yeah, let's look at this. This one I will say it is kind of cool. This shot right here is kind of cool. And just boop. Like, here's a little effects breakdown of the movie. There's a Giganotosaurus. Actually, I don't even need this to be... I could just mute this. But see? Like, the dinosaurs is kind of moving around, but they're going back. Turns out, only the head was an animatronic, and even then, they had to cut the head in half. Like, the body is CGI. I need to see more breakdowns like this, because that is kind of cool. And like I said, I think it will get shortlisted. I do believe it has a lock for a shortlist, but I don't think it's getting in there. I don't think it's... the other two Jurassic World... Unless this year is just that bad for visual effects, I don't think it's going to get nominated. Next, we have Moonfall. Moonfall, I don't think it's an impossibility. There are some really cool destruction sequences. However, it's getting increasingly harder and harder for disaster movies to get nominated for Best Visual Effects. So... Again, maybe this will. I don't know. Or like maybe this will get shortlisted. I don't know. I'm not actually 100% sure if you'll bring on my number 5, but we'll see. Generally, I'm going in alphabetical order. So if I've passed it already, let me know if we're in the number. Who knows? I don't think Moonfall's getting a nomination either, but like I said, I'm putting it out there. I'm putting it out there because it's a possibility because of the destruction sequences, but maybe it'll get a nomination. I'm not nomination. It might get a spot in the short list. I don't know, but we'll have to see. Next film on this list, Nope. Nope, I think stands a decent chance. I think there's but then again, I don't know. I need to see more I need to see a visual effects breakdown of Nope to see how much of it was CGI. Apparently for a lot of scenes, the entire sky was CGI, because of what they had to do there. And the alien itself is very creative, and plus there is a chimp in the movie that's CGI, and again, if this year is really that weak, Nope could get in there. But again, maybe I need to see... I need to see it at home, because, like, I'm not gonna lie, some of the reasons why I haven't seen some of these movies yet is because my theater sucks. Like, my local theater sucks. They dim the projector light bulb, which inherently affects how I'm going to be able to judge the visual effects. So if something might look cool, but in my head I'm just thinking, am I watching it in the optimal lighting conditions? So I did see Nope, and it looked really cool, but I'm not sure how well it's going to hold up. Like if I were to watch it on my TV with the correct kind of light, like the correct, brightness. I don't know. We'll have to see. Nope. Like I said, Nope could get in there. You're not thinking Nope will get in by what you would want it to get in. Maybe for me, I don't know. The next, we're going to be talking about a couple Pinocchio movies, but the reason why I'm bringing up this Pinocchio movie, the Disney one, this entirely depends. If Disney goes the Turning Red route, where it's technically a Disney original, but they put it in like a couple of theaters for a week or two to just have it qualify for the Oscars. If they do this with Pinocchio, then I think there's a good chance it gets nominated, in all honesty, especially if you saw that last trailer. Like, it could stand a good chance. But again, that only depends if they are willing to put it in theaters for an Oscar consideration run. But like I said, yeah, you're thinking Disney Pinocchio's can get in, but I'm not predicting it. Like I said, the only reason why I am I'm not predicting it. Like I said, whether or not I'm predicting it or not only has to do with if Disney is willing to put this as an Oscar qualifying film in theaters, because the Oscars this year aren't doing the thing that they were doing for a couple years, where they were allowing streaming exclusive films to get nominated because of COVID. It's not over, to be clear, it's not over, but it's diminished enough to where people are willing to go back to the theaters again, and the theaters seem to be surviving decently well. So the Oscars are going back to the theatrical exclusive for like at least 1 or 2 weeks kind of deal. But like I said, Pinocchio could get in. This Pinocchio could get in. But it, like I said, it entirely depends on if Disney is willing to make it a theatrical film, even if it's for a couple of even if it's only for a week or two. Then we're going to be getting into Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. And this one, I don't think it's getting nominated, mainly for the reason that no Guillermo del Toro movie has ever gotten a visual effects nomination. Hellboy didn't get nominated, Hellboy 2 didn't get nominated, Pan's Labyrinth didn't get nominated, Pacific Rim didn't get nominated, The Shape of Water didn't get nominated, and even Christian Knight says, it can't get shortlisted if it's not theatrical. No. But, like, if you're talking about Disney's Pinocchio, yes. Disney's Pinocchio, like movies have to, like, generally speaking, a movie has to be in theaters to the public, like, be available to theaters for the public in theaters for at least a week or two before they hit streaming, which is why Turning Red will qualify for this year's Oscars, because they did put it in theaters for like a week or two before putting it onto Disney+. And so, if Disney's willing to do that same thing for Pinocchio, I think... but anyways, with Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio... Yeah, you're saying they nominated Kubo and the Two Strings and The Nightmare Before Christmas. Yes, but however, there are a couple of things you gotta know. With Nightmare Before Christmas, no stop-motion animated film had ever been seen like that before. Like, that was groundbreaking for, like, 1993. And so, like, yeah. And Kubo and the Two Strings also got nominated, but it was also a huge-scale movie that had a bunch of different kinds of effects going in there. Not just stop motion, but also, there was also some CGI as well. There was a big puppet. And I'm not saying, and like I said, I'm not counting out Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, but I don't think it's getting in there, mainly, because it might not be big enough of a stop motion animated movie. And plus, like I said, no Guillermo del Toro movie has ever been nominated for Best Visual Effects. And that's another one I called last year when everyone was saying, Nightmare Alley is getting a visual effects nomination. You watch! Like, everyone was predicting it, and I was like, no, it's not. Nightmare Alley's not getting in. It's not going to get nominated. And sure enough, it didn't even make the shortlist. I was right. I love it when I'm right about these things, when I prove people wrong, because people think, this movie's great. I love this movie. It's going to get nominated. That's not always the case. There are movies that you may not like that get nominations. Or movies that may not be as good as another movie, but what the other movie doesn't really have that much visual effects to begin with. Pinocchio, Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio could get in there. Or at least maybe in the shortlist, but I'm not counting on it getting a nomination. The next one on this list that I'm talking about is Triple R. I mean, look, funny enough, Triple R has done bangers on my channel. Like, I think it has like 2,500 views, which is insane. Like, this is one thing I definitely need to talk about, because the analytics for this shit is unbelievable. Yeah, no, it just crossed 2.7 thousand views, 92 likes. Like, I'm gonna show you guys what's going on. I have never had a spike in views like this one right here. That's where it currently is, and as you can see, it is the biggest spike I've ever had in views in my YouTube channel history. And let's go to watch time. Where does watch time fall in? Yeah, this is the biggest amount of watch time I've had since like mid 2020. So yeah, thank you to everyone who watched my Triple R review and decided to, watch and stuff. And also, I got a pretty good bump in subscribers as well. So yeah, but I will say, just as a little thing that I need the people might want to know. One thing I found out is that only 4.2% of my viewers are subscribed. And it makes me so sad. It makes me so sad. Like, only 4.2 of you are subscribed to my channel. 95.8% of my viewers aren't subscribed? What the fuck? So please, help a dying child like me. And click that subscribe button. Click that like button and hit that bell icon to be notified of future videos. Anyways, I just wanted to get that out of there. Triple R. You're saying you're not predicting RRR either, or Triple R either? I might be predicting it. The reason why I say this is because, like, there's some really cool effects work going on in Triple R. Mainly, like, let me look at, I need to show you what was going on with the train scene in the movie. Like, the train, or the train scene, because the effects in that film, like, the effects are honestly kind of incredible. Where is it? Oh, yeah. Check this out. This whole world, like, apparently for this scene, they use, this whole world is CGI, which is nuts. Like, that's really cool. And then, and so yeah, like, there's also, like, some background plates that, yeah. But, however, this is where things start to get actually kind of crazy. Because this shot with the train is all CGI. Wait, bye. Where are you going, Christian Knight? Where are you going? Where'd you go? Like, did something come up? Hmm? I don't know. I guess he's just gone now. Alright. But anyways, the reason why, like, with Triple R, is that, like I said, this scene with the train, like that shot is, like, flawless. Like, that is insane. And then there's, like, some other shots of the train that are CGI, like the one where, like, the oil is spilling out. Let's check this out. Yeah, it doesn't look CGI. Oh, and apparently the horse was CGI in this scene as well. And it was like, wait, what? Huh? Like, it's very crazy. Like, the effects are kind of crazy in this movie. Or at least, especially in this scene. So, I think there's a good chance Triple R could get in there. That is, I think, especially if they are willing to, if the studio is willing to, you know, put forward, like, a campaign, like an awards campaign for this film, I think there's a good chance that it could get in there. Then, well, what was it? Yeah, image slideshow. So, yeah. Thor: Love and Thunder. Maybe. I think, like, maybe. I'm not gonna lie. Thor: Love and Thunder, I feel like they overuse the volume a bit, like, quite a bit, to where it's, like, the movie ends up not being as impressive as it could be. And plus, no other Thor movie has, no Thor movie has gotten nominated for Best Visual Effects, but then again, this is a weak year. Could this be an exception? I don't know. But, we'll have to see. I will say the thing that gives it the most chances is, like, that moon scene where, like, they're, you know, fighting Gore the God Butcher on the moon. Or at least on this, not the moon, but on a moon. It's very stylistic, and so it could maybe get in there. 3,000 Years of Longing. This is a George Miller film, and it could get in. Like I said, it could get in there. Maybe. But I haven't seen them. Hell, it's literally just coming out. So, but at least from what I've seen of like the trailers, it looks like it could be it could be like there's a chance maybe Mad Max Fury Road got a nomination for visual effects. Babe, even though George Miller didn't direct it, he did produce it. It won Best Visual Effects, and Babe Pig in the City got on the short list for visual effects, so we'll have to see. Like I said, there's a chance 3,000 Years of Longing could get in there, but again, I have to see the movie. Top Gun Maverick. This is the one film that, if it gets a nomination, it may put Avatar 2 in trouble. Because Top Gun Maverick is a Best Picture contender. And unlike Everything Everywhere All at Once, the visual effects in Top Gun Maverick are pretty prevalent. Like, a lot of people are thinking, oh yeah, it's like there's no CGI in this movie. No, there's definitely tons of CGI in the movie. For example, like there's like this scene where like the characters have to go under a bridge. Why do I keep yawning? But like, you know, let's use this ruler for example. You know, they're flying towards, you know, this bridge that have like little pillars holding up. So they have to go whoop, whoop, like, and to make sure, you know, they don't get hit. And while I do think that stunt, like the plane doing this thing was real, the bridge had to have been CGI, because there's no way you would ever get clear, like they would ever be allowed to do something like that. And there's other things like the, you know, like that one military base blowing up. I think Top Gun Maverick could stand a chance. And like I said, if it gets nominated for Best Picture and Best Visual Effects, and Avatar 2 doesn't get nominated for Best Picture, then I think Avatar 2 is screwed, because the vast majority of the time, visual effects, whenever a Best Picture nominee, whenever a Best Picture nominee is nominated for Best Visual Effects, it's extremely rare for a non-Best Picture nominee to beat a Best Picture It's very rare for a Best Visual Effects nominee that's not nominated for Best Picture to beat a Best Picture nominee for Best Visual Effects. The last time this happened was 2015, where Ex Machina beat Mad Max Fury Road, The Revenant, and The Martian. And before that, the last time a non-Best Picture nominee beat a Best Picture nominee for visual effects was in 1970. So, if Avatar 2 doesn't get nominated for Best Picture, and Top Gun Maverick does, and Top Gun Maverick also gets a visual effects nomination, then Avatar 2 is screwed. Unfairly, I should say, unfairly screwed, but it will get screwed nonetheless. Turning Red, I don't think it's getting nominated, but the reason why I'm saying this is because a lot of people are saying, oh yeah, this movie's cheap. Like, Turning Red is just cheap. It's like, no, it's not. Like, the May character is perhaps maybe Pixar's most, one of Pixar's most advanced characters to date. Because of all that fur that she has, all those clumps of fur, and how thick that fur is. People really underestimate, how difficult that is. And so, Turning Red could get in there. It could definitely get in there. Or at least, when I say get in there, it could be a contender. I'm not saying it's it's probably not going to get a nomination. Maybe not even be on the short list. But don't count it out entirely. And there's another movie I had on here. Where it's like, bruh. what is it? Where is that movie? There it is. Let me just get this movie up here because this is one that you've probably never heard of. This is Brahmastra Part 1 Shiva. Now again, you're probably going, what the fuck is this movie, Christian? This is another Indian film like Triple R. However, here's the big difference. The distributor is 20th Century Studios, aka Disney. Disney is releasing this movie, and if you've seen the trailer for Brahmastra, it looks like it actually looks like a big visual effects contender. I don't want to react to any videos because I'm already worried that I'm going to get copyright claimed. But look at the trailer for Brahmastra, and again, this is Disney money we're talking about. And this is supposed to be like a big kind of Indian cinematic universe or something like that. And if Disney got a hold of this, then they're gonna want to like really promote this thing during award season. And from the looks of things, the effects look incredible. Maybe like, and it depends on, well, for one, how this is received, of course. Like, are people loving this? Will people talk about Brahmastra as much, if not more, than Triple R? That's the thing. That's the thing that they're going to have to do. Like really build up the buzz around this film. And so, yeah. Now, which films do I think will ultimately get nominated for Best Visual Effects this year? I think, if I'm thinking right now, again, we don't know what the response for Brahmastra is going to be, but I'm thinking Avatar: The Way of Water, The Batman, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, and Brahmastra Part 1 Shiva. I think those could end up getting nominated, unless maybe swap out either the Batman or Black Panther in favor of, but there's Doctor Strange. Fuck. Avatar: The Way of Water, the Batman, Black Panther, Brahmastra, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. But again, there could, and those are my picks. Those are my theories right now. And again, look, Triple R could get in there. Top Gun Maverick is also a big contender. And so, yeah, like I said, I think Avatar: The Way of Water is a lock for a win, unless Top Gun Maverick gets nominated. If Top Gun Maverick gets nominated and it is a Best Picture contender, it's a Best Picture nominee, then Avatar 2 is screwed. But yeah, guys, these are, I think these are our contender, like every possible VFX Oscar contender that I can think of. There might be more that pop up. I don't know. Which 5 movies do you think will get a nomination? Now, you're probably, if anyone's wondering, Prey isn't on here because Prey was exclusively a Hulu film. It got no theatrical release. It doesn't qualify for this year's Oscars. So stop predicting that Prey is getting nominated. Alright? Alright. So yeah. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. What you think will get in there. And be sure, like I said, to give this video a like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit that bell notification button so you can be notified of future videos and live streams, and don't forget to share this video so that we can appease the algorithm gods. And if you want to see more, click this.